Well, we had motor carrier on the other one you worked at, and actually they went to that one at the one. I'll go ahead and tell him about this one as well. For Madison 7525. I didn't get to get around to it. It's it now. Let's down mom off for 130. It's going to be 2 tractor trailers, and 2 to 3 vehicles. 1 from hospitality, 3 still in a truck. And be around for that one.
I realize that the decisions that have been made in the past aren't necessarily deliberate attempts to stop progress, that there may be a lot of misinformation out there. For example, I discovered a while back that the most current U.S. Underride rule was released with the thinking that 2 rigid guards could be a problem, and they were released right about the time that airbags started to be used in our cars, which were therefore available to prevent some of the injuries that there was concern about. The problem is that then Underride technology was not upgraded with the new crush zones that were available in our cars, and that's really a tragedy that we could be stuck in the dark, and that's why I wanted this question to be cleared up once and for all. 2 more things. First, please don't imply or suggest even that it's an either-or question, collision avoidance or improve underride guards. Why not both and? And secondly, if it becomes clear that in order for trailer manufacturer to produce safest possible underride guards, that it's too expensive for some companies to undertake, then if it were your loved one, your mother, your father, your husband, your wife, your son, your daughter, your brother, your sister, your friend, what would you choose? Close the company or let your loved one die? I'm not saying that that's what it would get to, but let's be clear about what our priorities are, please. I've been encouraged by the progress that we've made with the Underride Roundtable and getting together people from diverse backgrounds to discuss the whole problem of underride protection. But my concern is that we're still at an impasse in terms of agreement upon what is possible to prevent. And until we get that question settled, I think that it's going to stop further progress. So what I think is necessary is to address the controversy. And the controversy, as far as I can see it, is the question of, is it possible to have 2 rigid guards? Is 35 miles per hour the highest level of speed that underride can be prevented under those circumstances? Or is there a way to prevent serious injury and death at higher speeds as well? And if so, what is necessary to accomplish that? That is why I would like to see research undertaken to answer this question once and for all. I've read many times in the 3 years since our Underride crash this whole argument about that too rigid guards could result in unintended consequences, and as far as I can see, that is what is used to not go any further in developing stronger Underride guards. And I've also read specifically related to our advocacy efforts that emotion is not going to change things, that data is necessary, and that I think that's true and also untrue. Specifically, I want to talk about the whole thing about the emotion. I need people to understand what it's like for family members who have lost loved ones in Underride crashes that find themselves not just grieving as any person would grieve the loss of a loved one, but discovering that possibly something could have been done that wasn't done to prevent that Underride crash. I want you to think a minute about that. What does that mean? That means that you're faced with a frustration, about what has not been done in the past, but maybe could have been done. And then on top of that, you're faced with the reality that there continues to be resistance to going further, to getting to the bottom of the question, and once and for all, figuring out if there is a better solution. This is what I need people to think about. When I get upset, that's where I'm coming from. Maybe if you could put yourself in my shoes for a minute and think what your reaction would be. That is why I am undertaking the development of a call for research proposals. I'd like to see people from diverse backgrounds collaborate on this. I don't know, as injury prevention specialists, experts have been as involved as they could be with this, to combine engineering experts with injury prevention experts. And I'd like to challenge us to once and for all get to the bottom of this question, because the reality is it's a matter of life and death. I'm not content to sit by and watch another 30 years go by with this question just being left in limbo, because the result will be more and more and more lives unnecessarily lost, people that will never come back. And that is what is my fervent plea, that you hear what it is that I'm trying to express. So what I'd like to do is someday to be able to announce to the world, yes, we did it, we did it, we did it together, and we did it. And life is going to be different from here on out. And then maybe, just maybe, some of that frustration and anger will go away, will be resolved, will lead to deeper healing and peace. And maybe I can truly let go of Alia and Mary and be at peace and rest in knowing that I will one day see them again, and that we'll have done everything we could to prevent other people from dying in the way that they did. Analia and Mary and countless others, that is what I hope for. with me?